the best gimbal settings for the Mini 4 Pro. So that is a question that I see being asked frequently. I have a tendency to overcomplicate my videos and stuff it with way too much information. So today we are trying something brand new, and I'm gonna explain to you exactly what you need to do to adjust the settings for the gimbal of the drone. We are right now in a very interesting place. It's a place that's called Bergskov. And you can see when I fly over here, I basically want to reveal this place to you by using the gimbal. And if I can't control this very smooth, it would not look very well. So let's just fly over here using a manual point of interest and position the drone so you can see this actually quite beautiful place. It's not as beautiful as the other castle that I'm flying because there's only one tower on this. And but it is a very beautiful place. So let's just park the drone here. I can zoom in so I can show you the place. So when I'm gonna back off from something like this, I want to be able to adjust the gimbal on the wheel here on the left. So it's basically being smooth, and as you can see, it's not very smooth right now because it only takes very, very tiny movements to move the gimbal. And the way that we can work with this is, let me just zoom it out here. So let me just show you what you can do. So as this is the base setting. So if I move the gimbal up and down, you can see that it moves relatively fast and it stops pretty abrupt. So these are the stock settings, and to change those, we need to go under the three dots in the upper right corner here. Then we need to select control, and then we need to scroll down to the menu item that's called gain and expo tuning. Fine tune gains and expo settings for the aircraft and gimbal. So if we go in here, you can see there is a lot of stuff that can be adjusted. And I have a tendency to overstuff my videos with information, so I will keep the concept very, very simple here and just tell you that you basically have three tabs that you can configure, that each individually can contain a set of parameters for your gimbal settings and all the other stuff that's in here. So if I select cine mode, I can adjust those that are related to cine mode. If I select normal, I can select those that are related to normal. And I can do the same for sport. So when I flick the switch here in front of the remote, I will basically get access to all these settings. You can play around with these and you can find out what is most suitable for you. But what we would do today is we will keep it in the center, and probably say that I should fold out the antennas. I just did that. And so we select normal, the one in the center, and then we are scrolling down here to the bottom of this section. There's a portion of the parameters that is allocated or dedicated specifically to the gimbal. And the first one we will take a look at is the max control speed. A higher value indicates a faster gimbal tilt rotate speed when rotating the gimbal dial. The range extends from 1 to 100. And that basically means that it dictates how fast the gimbal is going up and down when I'm touching this wheel here. So if we, for the sake of this argument, push it completely to 100 degrees per second, you would see now it goes very, very fast. Up and down and up and down and up and down. And this is not what we want. We want this to be slow, because otherwise it will look absolutely terrible. So what we're doing is we can put it down in the other end, 1 degree per second. And what you can see now is, it's it's a little bit too slow. So what I've found over the years is that around 10 degrees, maybe 8 to 10 degrees per second, that is a suitable level. So you can see now I can move even though that I use the full range of the gimbal dial, you can see that it's not traveling very fast. You can make it even slower if you want. But the big problem here is that when I let go of the wheel, you can see everything stops. And this is not what we want. We want it to land very softly. And this is the second parameter that we're gonna adjust. So if I just take the tilt smoothness, a higher value indicates a smoother tilt rotation of the gimbal when rotating the gimbal dial. The range extends from 0 to 30. So if I put this down to 0, you can see that I will have absolutely no smoothness at all. When I can let go here, the gimbal will stop abruptly. This is not what we want. So I can take it to the other end of the scale here, like this, and then you can see. So even if I let go here, it continues. See? Continues when I let go of the dial. And maybe this is a little bit too much. At least I found out in the past that around 25, that will allow me to do some really, really nice stuff. So now I've dialed in my parameters. I've chosen 9. Let's just maybe push it down to 8. 8 degrees per second for the max control speed. And the tilt smoothness is set to 25. And let's say that I want to fly backwards and reveal the castle. I simply just back off here, and then I push a little bit on the gimbal dial. You see now I get a very, very nice smooth reveal of the landscape and the horizon. And this is basically what we want. We don't want all this jerkiness. The jerkiness, that you can keep that for another place. So that's basically what we want. So I basically fly in here, and then I want to tilt the gimbal as I'm approaching. So you see now I can control it very softly. So this is basically what we want. Smooth motions. Smooth operator. So in this way, you can very easily generate those smooth moves. That's the most common mistake I see when people are trying to learn how to fly their drones. That is that you see all this jerky movements. And this is basically the yaw motion. I could do a separate video if you want to, around how to adjust all the other flight parameters of the sticks, so you get a more pleasant experience or performance with that one. So let's see that. Let's say that we want to repeat the exercise here. So I have the car here. So what I want to do now is I want to fly backwards, and then I want to straighten up the gimbal while I'm flying backwards. So what you will see now is that you get a very, very nice reveal shot. So see, where I kept the jerkiness to the minimum. So this is basically what you need to know about this. You need to go under the gain and expo settings that are located under control. Then you need to scroll down to the bottom here. And then you need to play around with the gimbal parameters to find sort of the setup that is good for you. But if you start out with these parameters, you will have a very good starting point. Maybe your sensitivity in your fingers are different than mine. So you want to, do something else. And now we are getting a return to home. So let's just let it do that while we are finishing off this video. As you can see here, you can adjust a lot of the other stuff. You can horizontal speed, ascent speed, descent speed, angular velocity, yaw smoothness, and brake sensitivity. Especially the angular velocity and the yaw smoothness, that is what's important when you're doing the yaw motion, and it's basically the same principles. So it's actually auto landing on the roof. Oh, nice. Back home safe. So this was a way of trying to simplify the concept a little bit, doing these videos, just trying to keep basically the number of moving parts limited, so you can go out and test out for yourself what kind of settings that you would like to use playing around with the gimbal. I hope you liked this video. If you did, then feel free to give it a like. If you didn't like it, feel free to press the dislike button twice. Thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you around.